Hey guys, it's James here. Today's the day my book, A Natural History, the Seduction Journals of Me, is finally out, released and ready for you to buy it right now. Along with the book, I've put together an incredible 3-month course which accompanies and expands upon the material that's covered in the book and looks at the long-term game of seduction. That is how to integrate seduction into your overall life. And it is only going to be available for the next 7 days until the 15th of April. Why only 7 days? Because at this point in my career, I run the most elite coaching company on the face of the planet. I'm not interested in chasing people, trying to convince people over many months that my shit is worth something. You guys out there who know me, you know that what I say is good, it's useful, it helps lives. You either want it or you don't. So you've got 7 days to make a decision and get on board. As I've been working on this book over the last few months, well actually it's been nearly 10 years since I first started taking the notes and the field reports, the journals that would make up the bulk of this book. But in the last few months as I've been polishing it and expanding upon it, I really got to think a lot about my life and my coaching and the results that I've gotten over the years with my students. And what really occurred to me during this process was that there is much more to seduction, to the mastery of this art, than simply learning a skill set. And what I came to see was that there is a distinct arc, a distinct hero's journey that any guy that gets really good goes through. And a couple of days I released a video on my channel where I explain this and define this as 6 phases of a seducer's cycle. 6 distinct phases which any man who truly goes through this process will encounter along the way. And I got a lot of really positive feedback from men who this really resonated with. So as part of the launch for my book, A Natural History, what I've done is I've put together an accompanying course, because I didn't want this book to just simply be something which was entertaining. And it is very entertaining. It's got some really wild, insane stories, everything from my journey through Shaolin Temple in China, touring with my rock and roll band, becoming a massage therapist who moonlighted as a erotic therapist for couples, all of these mad seductions, lots of wild drug-induced escapades. It's pretty crazy. But alongside it being an entertaining read, I wanted it to be something which was inspirational, which gave guys hope and understanding of how they can go through their own seductive journey and process. But I also wanted to help them to create a roadmap for the long term. Because the reality is getting really good at this doesn't take a boot camp. It doesn't take a few weeks. It doesn't take months. It takes literally years to really integrate this into your overall life. And as I've said before, of course, you can get results straight away by going out and saying hello to a girl. But if you want to make this a way of life, something that affects you in terms of your evolution as a man, so it's not just something you're learning to pick up chicks, it's something that makes you become more expansive, more open-hearted, more open-minded, and just a more fucking kick-ass human being, then I wanted to be able to help you. So I've used the book as the template for this, and then I've created a 3-month course to go along with the book, which is what I'm presenting to you guys here today. The course that I built to go along with my book is not a how-to seduction course. So for many guys who've been following my work, you will have come across this in the past through my last product, which was the 5 principles of natural seduction. That was a, how do I actually get these skills? How do I integrate them? How do I express them? And how do I get results? This is something that's different. This is looking at the map of the long-term journey that you will be going through. The reality being that learning to be really good at this takes years to truly integrate, and those years can be exceptional, amazing, heart-opening, fun adventures, or they can be grueling and confusing as you go off on all sorts of tangents and dead ends. And the unfortunate reality is that many men give up well before they get the results that they truly want. So the whole point of this course, the 6 phases of the seducer's cycle, is to mentally prepare you for what is ahead and to help you to plot out and navigate the inevitable phases that you will go through. So if you want to find out full details about the course that I'm offering, click the link below or in the annotations. You'll be taken to a page that explains it in great detail. In brief, what I'm offering today is a natural history, my book, as well as at least 5 hours of never before seen material on the 6 phases. Plus, what I've done is I sat down with my camera crew and I read from my book and I broke down 17 of the major seductions that happen throughout the book. There's a lot of different girls and a lot of different seductions that I go through in this book that I note down. And now 10 years later, since these stories occurred, I've sat down and broken them down in terms of how did I use my techniques? How was I applying the principles? What was I doing right? What was I doing wrong? And there's a whole heap of amazing insights on seduction that are broken down in these 17 videos. Plus, there's a whole bunch of awesome bonuses. I won't give away too much right now, but they do include interviews with characters from the book, as well as my infamous video where I appeared in a feminist erotica movie. So if you want to learn a lot more about me than maybe even you think you want to, then please check it out. So remember that you only have 7 days to do this. I'm not fucking around. I'm putting this out there to the world for the guys that really want it, that really trust me and know my material, know that I know what I'm talking about, and that when I do present something to the world, it is of exceptional quality. So from now until the 15th of April, get on board. I hope to see you guys on the inside, and please send me lots of feedback and comments about my book. Thank you. This is James Marshall signing off.